Welcome in. This is just an average football podcast where every week is football week, and this week has been chaotic, to say the least, guys. A lot of crazy football games going on this weekend, Thursday night as well, crazy football game. Where do we start? Where do we start with the games today and just the things that kind of transpired? Obviously, we've got a lot of things we got to get to today, but let's go ahead and start off with that Thursday night game. You have the Falcons and the Bucks. The Bucks in a division right now. I don't know who's going to win that division. Saints just beat the Panthers. I don't know what the standings are. We're going to kind of get to the divisions and stuff like that, but that game was kind of crazy. Then you come to today's games. Me and Mason watched the Rams-Lions game. That was crazy. Broncos-Packers game. That was crazy. Bills have a huge comeback against the Patriots. That's why we love football, though. I mean, just so many crazy games. But yeah, you guys have any takeaways at all from today's games at all that you want to kind of touch on before we hop into the first segment here?
Yeah, I think it'd just be tough to not talk about the injuries that kind of happened today. I know that you had a lot of really good games, but I think most of those games were overshadowed by the Micah Parsons injury, especially Patrick Mahomes, which obviously, Mahomes and them got eliminated, which would have been the second biggest talking point in my opinion, is that, their run in the playoffs, their streak kind of ended today, losing the Chargers, but those two injuries were pretty significant. So
yeah, Casey, anything at all you want to touch on before we get into this first segment here?
And I love every single thing that happened today other than the injuries. The games happening and the games that won, the outcomes of the games, I love every minute of every one of them.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're going to talk about divisions today. So obviously tight division races with all of these teams. But first, two teams have officially clinched a playoff spot. You've got the Broncos clinching a playoff spot at 12-2, and then the Rams clinching a playoff spot at 11-3. So two teams are have clinched now. You have the Bears back up a little bit. They were dropped down. They're back up. Lions down to 8, Packers down to 7. Just so many moving parts. So let's go ahead and hop into the first segment here and really just kind of talking about how close these divisions are. So the first division, and we don't have to spend too much time on all these, but what I want to talk about each division here, talk about the quarterback plays, talk about the injuries, how they're going to impact, the rest of the season with the remaining schedule, and then obviously end with who we think is going to actually win the division. So Ravens, Steelers, two teams that are really kind of battling right now in that AFC North spot. Steelers 7-6, Ravens 7-7, Bengals pretty well out of it, Browns out of it. Who's coming away with the big W next to their name when it comes to the end of the season for the Steelers and the Ravens? Because it's close right now.
I mean, I definitely think it's the Ravens, especially after their performance today against Cincinnati, knocking them out of the playoffs. If I'm going to trust anyone between Aaron Rodgers and Lamar Jackson, give me Lamar Jackson.
That's a very fair point. Obviously, you guys play them. Your Dolphins play them tomorrow night, so that's going to be the deciding factor, really.
And I would love to just officially just put the nail in the coffin there. It'd be kind of crazy, if the Dolphins went out and somehow make the playoffs. That'd be something.
You're going to have a lot of things go your way, for sure. Just an absolute beatdown today. The Ravens gave the Bengals 24-0. Joe Burrow not scoring. I mean, they're not scoring a single touchdown, which is insane for that high-powered offense, but just goes to show that having a good defense also helps. Mason, any argument for the for the Steelers at all?
That conference, it feels like no one wants to win it. So the Steelers obviously had the upper hand because they beat the Ravens. But now that the Ravens, I feel like, okay, Ravens won today, and now the Steelers will somehow go out and lose tomorrow. And I always forget, you'll probably pull it up sometime during this podcast, but I always forget what the remaining schedule is. Do they play each other one more time?
Play each other one more time.
Okay.
Yep.
So it's week 17.
kind of go through the schedule, and then obviously the injuries as well. TJ Watt out. So I mean, how big of an impact does that play? He's good pass rusher, good in the run game. That plays a factor. But Steelers are looking at Dolphins, Lions, Browns, and Ravens.
Oh, Ravens are 18 last week.
Not ideal. While the Ravens,
I don't think that it's what's the Ravens.
Ravens are looking at Patriots, Packers, and Steelers.
Goodness.
Yeah, I mean, both are tough.
I think they beat the Patriots.
I think they beat the Patriots and they beat the Patriots and the Steelers.
I don't know if they beat the Packers, but are they playing
Packers,
at Lambeau?
I think it is at Lambeau. Let me say
that's gonna be a tough one.
At Lambeau. Yep,
Jeez.
at Lambeau.
I think they win 2 of the 3.
Yeah, so I'm going to pick the Ravens. I'm picking the Ravens in that division. I think too. It's just tough. I mean, it's really hard to count out the Steelers, especially the way Aaron Rodgers is playing a lot better than what he has in previous years. But I don't know. I don't know if I can. I guess we'll find out. They're both 7-wins teams here, and 3 weeks left. We're gonna find out. Next team here, I want to talk about next division. That's also extremely close. Any of these teams still can win the division. You've got the 10-4 Jags, the 9-5 Texans, and the 8-6 Colts. I think it's coming down between the Texans and the Jaguars. Do the Texans have enough to pass the Jaguars? Obviously, Jaguars remaining schedule right now, they're looking at the Broncos next week. They're looking at the Colts and then the Titans. So, I mean,
they could very easily go 1-2.
Yeah, they could, but they could also, I mean.
But the way that the Colts defense looked tonight against Seattle
really good.
Was very, very good. They just don't have a quarterback that can throw a football down the field.
But then you look over at the Texans, and they've got Raiders, Chargers, Colts.
Oh yeah, they've got.
They could go 2 and 1 in that.
They could go 2-1. So when you're looking at 1-3 and 2-1, they hold the tiebreaker too. Don't they hold the tiebreaker with the Jags, or do they not? They might.
I don't know.
But yeah, and then you got the Colts, 49ers, Jaguars, and Texans. That's tough. Yeah, I don't see the Colts coming out of that. Phillip Rivers, God bless him, played a heck of a game today. Me and Casey were talking before you got on, Mason. It's like, boy, his arm obviously isn't what it was. He was relying a lot on his mental side of things, and he looked pretty good. I mean,
playing in 5 years.
Yeah, the defense looked good. They won that game cooking only field goals. That's impressive. So, good for them, I guess. Bills, Patriots. Things got a little interesting now with the Bills gaining a game now. Bills, Patriots. It's 11-3 Patriots, and then 10-4, 10 wins, 4 losses for the Bills. Patriots remaining schedule, Ravens, Jets, Dolphins. So I think the Ravens is going to be tough, and I think the Dolphins are getting a little bit of a trouble. No, they won't, because Dolphins play at New England.
Yeah, they're going to go 2-1.
They'll go 2-1.
They'll finish the year with 4 losses, and then they'll tie with who the Bills have.
Browns, not bad, right? Eagles,
they could win that. They're going to win that.
And Jets, so they have to win out, right?
If they win out, they'll win the division. If the Ravens,
it would come down to common opponents. I think
the Ravens have to beat. The Ravens have to beat the Patriots for them to win a division if they win out.
Yeah, because is that the common opponent?
I think
between
so.
Both of them. Yeah,
them or the Dolphins if the Dolphins beat them too. Wow, one of those 2 teams.
Yep.
But the Dolphins beat the Bills too. So.
Well, that's what's crazy with common opponents as far as like the conference goes, or winning like the conference. So, if the Broncos and the Patriots have the same record, we would win. We would have the higher seed because they lost to the the Raiders at the beginning of the season, which is crazy to think about now that the Patriots lost to the Raiders. But speaking of the Broncos Chargers, still a tight race. Obviously, Chiefs now officially eliminated from the playoffs. We talked about the injuries to Patrick Mahomes, and really just seemed like everybody on that defense was kind of going down today as well. But obviously the most significant injury was Patrick Mahomes. But Broncos Chargers here. We're looking Broncos obviously clinched at 12-2, Chargers 10-4. Broncos remaining schedule. Jaguars at Broncos, Broncos at Chiefs. That game looks a little bit more mellow now. I was honestly nervous going into Arrowhead on Christmas. No Patrick Mahomes. Honestly, he was their team. All season he was trying to do everything he could to keep that team afloat.
So is Justin Herbert.
And then the last game of the season is Chargers at Broncos. So we've got 3 winnable games.
That game might be. That game could decide a lot.
It could because.
I told Jake though that after watching the Broncos, the only reason I've been watching the Broncos so much is because of Jake. But that man, as bad as that offensive line is for the Chargers, and just seeing just how well the Broncos defense gets after the quarterback, that's like I wouldn't even be scared of that team. You don't want to overlook the Chargers and Coach Harbaugh and that team. They've got a really good defense, but man, like if you just on paper that O-line versus that D-line, goodness gracious, Herbert's gonna be in for one that game.
Yeah, and
I tell you what though, I give Herbert his flowers with giving them 10 wins. I mean,
yeah.
At the beginning of the season,
he's a good quarterback.
At the beginning of the season, you're like, man, are they even going to crack 500 because of all the injuries that went down with their offensive line, and then they had Keenan Allen out for a little bit, and
they
like, what's happening?
One of the hottest teams.
Yeah, one of the hottest teams because Justin Herbert's just a freaking nature in the regular season, apparently.
Yeah. But yeah, like I said, Jaguars, Chiefs, Chargers for us, and then they actually hold the tiebreaker because that's one of the teams we have lost to. So Chargers remaining schedule. Let's check it out here. Oof. They've got Cowboys. Yeah, I don't know. They've got Cowboys, Texans, and us. So they've got a tough stretch.
I think it all
Cowboys
depends. I think it all depends. If the Cowboys win tonight, then it's going to depend on how the Cowboys are against the Chargers.
Regardless. Even if they don't, yeah.
Are they playing at LA?
At who? Texans?
No, the Cowboys.
No, they're playing at Jerry
Dallas?
World, so at Dallas. Yep. So
the
Chargers
good news is
Cowboys,
that defense
Texans
is terrible.
at Chargers,
so
and Chargers at Broncos. So
Herbert will have a heyday with that.
That'll be interesting for sure. Yeah, and speaking of Cowboys, Eagles, that is closer maybe than it should be right now. You've got, this game obviously is going to tell a little bit here. If the Cowboys lose this game, pretty well count them out. But then you've got Eagles 9-5, and Cowboys would be 7-6 if they win. If the Eagles 7-8, yeah, so they can still win the division. The Eagles obviously would have to lose out, and the Eagles have Commanders, Bills, and Commanders again. So, Bills be the only one on there I'd be a little worried about. And then obviously Cowboys, Chargers, Commanders, and ooh, boy, it could happen. The Cowboys have the Chargers, the Commanders, and the Giants. Anything can happen.
But the Cowboys always seem to have a tough time with the Giants.
Division games, yeah. I think any division game seems like they're always played pretty tough.
But man, the Giants are bad.
Are there any other factors in that game? Obviously, the Eagles' offensive coordinator. We talked about their offense last week. They got
defense looked pretty good today. Shut out the Raiders.
Yeah,
with old Kenny Pickett behind.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Eagles. Last week the big talk was you had the 2 former Super Bowl quarterbacks throw for 0 touchdowns and 7 interceptions. So, and now they come out this week, and obviously Eagles get a big win, but Patrick Mahomes goes down. So, it'd be interesting. Do you guys think the Cowboys have any chance of winning that division? I just don't. I don't see it. I think the Eagles got this division.
The Eagles' defense is significantly better than the Cowboys, and the Cowboys have to score like 40, like over 35 to win. They're averaging 29, giving up 29 points a game, and that'd be the most that's ever been given up since the 2000 Rams.
Well, yeah, there you go. Maybe the most exciting division in football right now is the NFC North with the Bears, Packers, Lions. I swear every single week we look at the NFL playoff picture. You've got Packers number 1, Bears number 1, Packers number 2. Bears are out of it. Bears are back in it. This week, we'll go ahead and just look at it. Bears jumped all the way back up to number 2. Packers jumped all the way down to number 7. Lions are number 8 at 8-6. Who's winning this division? I think this is an honest debate here you could have. I want to really look through these schedules and see, and we'll kind of talk about this because I think this is extremely interesting. And of course, the Bears are going. The Bears' last 3 games are not good. It's Packers at Bears, Bears at 49ers, Lions at Bears.
Goodness.
I love it.
And they're, like I said, they are currently the leaders in that division. Do they hold on?
I'm curious if, like, say the Packers go 2-1, and say the Lions go 2-1.
Someone turn the microwave off.
I know.
So you got a dump truck out at your house.
Someone backing up and someone backing up in your kitchen. Or what?
Hey, hold on, guys. I got a delivery here. It's
Hold on,
Christmas.
Hold on, I gotta get my hot pocket out.
She's making hot chocolate.
I gotta get my hot pocket real quick.
Honestly, sounds pretty good. I'm freezing down here in my basement right now.
But yeah,
what were you saying though?
Like,
Bears.
I'm curious, like if the Lions go 2-1, the Packers go 2-1, and say, 3 tough games. Say the Bears go 0-3. I'm curious what does that do to the playoff picture?
Could the Bears
be completely out of it?
Yes, the Bears could be completely. The Bears can be completely out of it if the Lions beat them and go and win out, and and don't matter. If the Bears just lose to the Lions and then win out, they're out of it. If the Lions win out,
because Packers' schedule is very winnable. They play at Bears, like I said. Then they play the Ravens in Green Bay. And then they play at Vikings, so
it's
2 division games for them.
I mean, I'm not saying Micah Parsons is the greatest defender of all time, but man, he's a big piece of that defense and getting after the quarterback.
He is.
It's gonna be tough to beat the Ravens without him.
Seeing that too, really quick with Micah Parsons, just a non-contact injury. Obviously, paying all that money, he's just wreaking havoc. I mean, he was causing constant pressure on Bo Nix the whole entire evening, and. You just hate seeing stuff like that. But going back to the Lions here, the Lions play the Steelers at home. Sorry,
they have a pretty
Steelers
easy schedule
at Lions,
other than the Bears.
Lions at Vikings, Lions at Bears. So they have 1 home game left. I mean, that's just
and if it's it's do or die. I mean, if it's
for every single team. Every single team in that division.
But if we're going do or die for every single team in that division, I am not putting any money on the Bears. I'm sorry. I'm not doing it because I think Caleb Williams is the worst quarterback out of the 3. And I'm making Bears fans mad probably, but Caleb Williams is very inconsistent when it comes to playing all 4 quarters. It was a proven fact. It was a proven fact when they played the Packers. Looked great in the first half. I mean, actually looked terrible in the first half. He looked terrible in the first half. He only had like 1 good throw, and then in the second half is when they turned it on a little bit, but the defense didn't get the stops that it normally gets, and that's where Caleb Williams gets bailed out is by that defense.
Yeah,
I mean the reason they won today is because their defense is so good.
So
the Browns are not good, but
let's go ahead then. While we're doing this, let's go ahead and each one of us are going to say who we think is going to win this division. Obviously, like Micah Parsons being out is a huge deal. I think that's a huge
Christian
impact.
Watson.
And Christian, what was that? That come back broken collarbone? When me and
I don't
Casey
know,
were,
but I know for sure he's out. He'll probably be out next week for sure. Is what it sounds like.
All right, so who are you picking to win that division then? Bears, Packers, Lions.
What's the
you got
Packers
10-4,
record?
10-4, 9-4 for the Packers, and 8-6 for the Lions.
Okay, so give me the Lions coming back and winning this division.
Ooh, I like that. I really do like that.
Give me the Lions. The Lions have 3 games left, right?
Everybody's got 3 games left.
Yep. So the Lions are going to go 11-6. Is that what that is? If they win out,
yeah, 9, 10, 11. So
they're going to go 11-6.
The Bears win 1 more game.
The Bears win 1 more game,
which automatically would kick them out, and the Packers win.
And the one game is going to be against. And the one game is going to be against maybe the Packers. I don't see them beating the 49ers, and they're not going to beat the Lions. So
no, they don't play the Packers. The Lions do not play the Packers again.
No, I'm talking about the Bears.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Bears play
and
the
Bears could very
time.
easily go 0-3 this last stretch.
That's why I asked that question.
And then so I'm going the Packers to be second division. I mean, just because of the trust in the team, and I have more trust in.
I'm going to go ahead and just say the Packers win that division. Already a game up on the Lions. Just watching them play against us, and we didn't get pressure on Jordan Love until like the second half.
Their offensive line's pretty good.
Yeah, they looked really good. So give me the Packers. I'll take the Packers to win that division.
But I just the strength of schedule is why I picked.
Yeah,
I'm just saying the Packers because they hold the tiebreaker because they swept the Lions, didn't they?
I think they.
They beat them on Thanksgiving. They beat them week 1, right? So that's why I'm going to go Packers.
Yep, you are correct. 27-13.
But does it matter? Does it matter if the Lions have the better record? Then the Lions would have the better record, then, won't they?
Well,
or no? They wouldn't.
When it comes down to division, you can have the worst record, but if you
they have to go 2 out of, but they have to go 2 out of 3, right, to win a division.
Lions
to win on the tiebreaker, right?
If the Packers win one more game, the Lions have to win out.
Yeah, so I mean, if the Lions win out and the Packers only win one game and the Bears lose all 3.
Yeah, then the Lions
which very well could happen. In my opinion,
it's an interesting.
It could happen. I mean, anything could happen, I guess. But I think there's more. I think it's more possible that the Bears go 0-3 than it is for the Lions or for the Packers to go 1-2.
Yeah. Yeah. So here's something that's even more crazy. There's three weeks left, correct? Let's go to the NFC South.
That's
Bucks
a good one.
7-7, Panthers 7-7, Falcons 5-9, Saints 4-10. Is there a world where the Saints come back and win this division?
Dude, don't even.
So think about this.
Your boy Tyler Shuck's going to lead them to it.
Say the Bucks lose out, Panthers lose out, Falcons win maybe one more game, and the Saints win out. I would have to see. They probably hold the tiebreaker out versus some of these teams, but the Saints just beat the Panthers, and they play the Falcons.
Yeah, and the Saints beat the Bucks too.
Did they beat the Bucks?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they beat them in Tampa Bay. Literally, like what, last week or the week before?
Yeah, last week.
20th. Well, yeah, right. Oh my goodness. So there's a world where they could come back and oh my gosh, that's insane.
It's not gonna happen. Who's the Bucks remaining schedule?
We could go really deep into this. We're not going to. I just want to touch on this though.
I think
this is like who wants to lose this? Who wants to lose this division the most? No one's trying to win it. That's for sure. You got Bucks at Panthers. I don't know, but dude, listen to this. So this is a crazy final schedule. Bucks at Panthers, Bucks at Dolphins, Panthers at Bucks. So they play the Panthers twice in a 3-week span.
That's going to decide the division.
That will decide it. Falcons, Cardinals. Falcons play the Cardinals, the Rams, and the Saints. So I think it will come down to the Panthers and the Bucks. Obviously, who do you have? Who's winning this?
Trusted in that quarterback more than. And Mike Evans is back. Give me the Bucks.
I'll take the Bucks. They're getting healthy. I mean, they didn't show it Thursday, but that was just a complete flop of a game. So I mean, I think they'll respond well. But.
Yep, give me the Bucks as well. Like I said, they got the Panthers, the Dolphins, and then the Panthers again. And I do believe the Panthers have a harder division the Seahawks, not division opponent, conference opponent, and the Seahawks there. So yeah, the Seahawks, obviously. Looking pretty good as well. So now let's wrap up with the NFC West. Rams 11-3.
The best division in my opinion.
Seahawks 11-3. 49ers 10-4. Still, this division is up for grabs. You got the 49ers at Colts, Bears at 49ers, Seahawks at 49ers. Seahawks. So even though the Rams clinched, the 49ers can still win the division, correct?
I think the 49ers go 12-5.
Is that correct, though? So the Rams, yeah, that is correct. But the Rams play the Seahawks, they play the Falcons, and they play the Cardinals.
They're going to go at least 2-1.
Seahawks play the Rams, the Panthers, and the Wow. Flip a coin, I guess, a three-headed coin. There's not a such thing, but
so the division's going to come down to Rams, in my opinion,
Rams Seahawks game.
Yeah, it'll maybe head-to-heads.
But the division's going to come down to that last week game between the 49ers and Seahawks. If they both go, if they both say they both win their first 2 games.
If the Rams beat the Seahawks again, I think the Rams, no matter what, I think they can I think that's theirs because
the Seahawks.
They were swept.
Well, and then the Seahawks could potentially get booted out by the if the 49ers went out.
Yeah, because 49ers schedule, like I said, the 49ers schedule is not bad. They have Colts, Bears, and then Seahawks. So yeah, really not bad at all. Give me the Rams. I'm taking the Rams.
That's a brutal schedule.
Just a brutal schedule.
But Colts with Rivers,
I know, but still that defense.
The defense. They're playing three really good defenses. Yeah. That last week.
But we were talking like Darnold did not look great today either. I mean, he just didn't look. It just depends on what Sam Darnold you're going to get, I guess. Mm-hmm. Give me the Rams.
I tell you what, coming down the stretch, Sam Darnold looked not bad at all.
Yeah, give me the Rams in that division. I think.
Yeah, I'll take the Rams in that division.
Yeah. Okay. Mason, obviously, you're probably taking your Rams.
I think we'll lose to Seattle at Seattle, and then we'll win the rest of the other games. But
okay.
But I think you can afford to lose those games, in my opinion. Because you already beat once, right?
Yeah, we beat them at home.
Yeah, I think it's
All right. Really quick before we go on to segment 2 here, this is rapid fire questions. I want either for real or fraud from these teams. Obviously, these teams have kind of been in the news, national media recently, if they're for real, if they're fraud. So we're going to go really quick, rapid answers here. Start with the Indianapolis Colts. So they for real or they frauds? Mason, what do you got?
Oh, sorry.
The defense is for real, but the offense is fraud. So I'm going to say frauds.
Okay. Casey said frauds. New England Patriots, are they for real or are they frauds, Mason?
For real.
For real, Casey.
Yeah. They're for real.
Okay. All right. Chicago Bears, for real or frauds?
For one more year, they'll be frauds.
Yeah,
You're just hating on them so much. If you say they're for real, I swear
they're frauds this year. I think that it was false hope this year, but another year with Ben Johnson. But next year their schedule's going to get a little tougher. They won a couple more games, so next year their schedule's going to get a little tougher. So we'll find out how good they really are next year.
And the same thing can be said about this team right here. Denver Broncos obviously didn't have an ideal year last year, so in the playoffs. But are they for real this year or are they frauds this year?
I think with that defense, they're for real. As long as Bo Nix doesn't turn the ball over, get too aggressive. I think that just it doesn't look pretty, but they win ball games. So, and they got a coach and a kicker.
Yeah, there you go, Casey. Frauds are for real. What are we?
I think they're Super Bowl caliber. I mean, it's not even if they're for real, they're legit. In my opinion.
Well, I appreciate it. We'll see what the national media thinks here in the next couple of days. And then last one, and this is a really good one, Jacksonville Jaguars.
I just don't trust Trevor Lawrence enough. I'm going to say frauds.
Okay. Wow. Okay. What do you got? I mean, they're leading their division. They look good.
They're leading their division, though, because the Colts had some stuff happen, and
time's gonna tell.
I think they're like the Bears. I think that they had a halfway easy schedule, and they won the games that they needed to win, and they lost against.
They beat the Chiefs.
But the Chiefs
are not even in the playoffs. You're right.
We're not even in the playoffs, and they're not like anyone beat 8 teams beat the Chiefs. So
you're not wrong. Okay, all right.
But yeah, I don't think they're for real this year. I think that next year too is going to decide again. Like the Bears, and they're going to have a little bit tougher schedule next year. So,
all right,
we'll see. I'm not convinced.
We got that question. Same question for our listeners here. Which division leader do you trust the least? Let us know in the comments. Obviously, we covered every single division, every single leader, every team we think is going to go ahead and clinch that number 1 spot. So let us know in the comments what you've got. Moving on to segment 2 here. What in the world of football? I had one. There could be so many different ways we could go with this. What do we got this week? There are so many different things you can cover. Who's got one for me? I'll go last here. We could cover a wide variety of things, but what is your what in the world of football this week?
Go ahead, Mason.
Okay. I talked to Jake about this. I went back and forth. At one point when I was watching the games, I'm like, I literally did say, "What in the world?" He goes, "There you go. There's your what in the world, what in the world moment." But I'm going to say, a team that traditionally who was just so good in one-score games. They didn't know they make the winning plays when they need to. It's not always pretty, but they're a veteran team, great coaching staff. They would make like I said, make winning plays, winning decisions when they absolutely needed to in crucial times of the game. But my what in the world moment was, the Chiefs today. They cannot afford to lose or they get eliminated, which obviously inevitably they did. But Patrick Mahomes goes out. They bring in Minshew. He makes a couple plays. They're driving. All they need to do is kick a field goal to tie it. You know, and what do? They decide to get aggressive instead of settling for the field goal. They put it in Minshew's hands, who had only thrown 2 passes, and he tries to force it into Kelsey, interception, game over, and they're eliminated. It's like I don't understand why they were in well within Butker's field goal range. Play it safe, play to live another day in overtime, and just see what happens there. But that was my what in the world moment, because now they're going home, and now it's another questionable. It's back-to-back weeks of questionable decisions by Andy Reid's.
Well, tinfoil hat theory here, though, too. I got to thinking about this a little bit. Patrick Mahomes is back there. He's getting evaluated. Results come back. Hey, Andy, torn ACL. All right, hey, season's over. We're not going to make the playoffs. Throw it. Let's go ahead and get a better draft pick here. Just have him go ahead and toss the ball up. I don't know. I mean, crazier things have happened in the NFL. I don't think that actually happened. I think you play to win every single week. But, yeah, I mean, me and you both looked at each other when that happened. It's like you're throwing, obviously, yes, to Travis Kelce, but you're also throwing at one of the best safeties in the NFL. So what are you doing? Obviously, after the game, Chris Jones didn't even realize that they were out of the playoffs, which is, his facial expressions when he found out, oh, we're eliminated. Just, as a Broncos fan, you still feel for these players. That's the first year he's never been in the playoffs. So, yeah, just kind of crazy. Casey, though, what in the world moment for you? What do you got?
I have a couple, but I don't know which one I want to do.
There's a lot.
I don't know which one I want to do, so I kind of want to hear yours, and then
okay, yeah, I'll go ahead and get mine really quick. So mine actually was from a Thursday night game. All right,
okay,
yeah,
I'm still up in
what
the
in the world? Yeah, what in the world? Kyle Pitts. Thanks for showing up in Week 15. Goes off for 11 receptions on 12 targets. I don't know if anybody's been watching Kyle Pitts this year. He had 1 touchdown in Week 4, has 3 in that game. So luckily I had him starting in one of my fantasy leagues. I actually had him in 2 leagues. I was out in one league, and this other league I was in got me 45 points. So thanks for the 45 points. But what in the world? Why couldn't you do this the whole entire season? I mean, high draft pick. And I actually seen, too, I don't know if you guys seen this stat. Every season he has been in the league. His first year he had 1 touchdown. His second year he's in the league, he had 2. Third year he had 3. Obviously, this is his 4th year. He's got 4. So I guess, count on him having 5 touchdowns next year. But, yeah, what in the world, Kyle Pitts? I guess it's good for me, though. If you had one on your fantasy football team and it's the playoffs, congratulations. So that's my what in the world. Not as obviously crazy as, some of the other stuff that transpired, but that is mine. Casey, what do we got?
I'm gonna go with the one here, and then we can just kind of touch real quick on the other one since you do honorable mentions with what in the world.
Yeah.
So what in the world, Indianapolis Colts? Are we that desperate that you absolutely have to go sign a guy who hasn't thrown a football for 5 years, who probably just throws a football in the backyard with his kids? Yes, it is one of probably all of he has a football team.
He's got a football team. He probably plays, yeah.
And he's a grandpa. Literal grandpa, trying to play football at 44 years old, and can't even throw the football for more than 20 yards accurate. And you put him on the practice squad. First, you sign him to the practice squad. Congratulations, I'm glad you were smart enough to do that. And then you think that he is better than your backups to where you start him against one of the best defenses in the National Football League. If you are not setting someone up to fail more than you are Phillip Rivers, then I don't know. I mean, other than Shador kind of getting set up for failure the first week that he started. Other than that, I mean, I knew that he was not going to. You said that there was a chance that he throws for over 200 yards. I knew it wasn't even going to come close.
120.
Yeah, 120, and that was literally just throwing 15-yard checkdowns. Like he threw out routes, and that's it.
You're leaving out the best part, though. They almost won the football game. Yes, it was because of their defense, but they almost won the football game.
Just talked about it. Their defense is outstanding, and
yeah, I mean, you could have went the other direction too on that.
But I think Sam Darnold at least threw for over 200 yards.
I'd have to look at the stats, but your other thing could be what in the world they won the game kicking field goals only.
Yeah, but I'm going with when I heard that Phillip Rivers was going to play football again, it absolutely blew my mind. I thought that guy was in a retirement home by now.
When I heard they were bringing back a former Colts quarterback, I'm like, oh my gosh, Andrew Luck's coming back to play football.
That'd be pretty sweet.
That was my first thought. Phillip Rivers, he was a Chargers quarterback.
Yeah. Did you see Cam Newton was like, that's a slap in the face. He didn't even ask.
Cam Newton, yeah, all of them, yeah.
Oh man, but
what was your honorable mention?
I would have trusted Cam Newton over Phillip Rivers, in my opinion.
Yeah,
but
what was your reason was Steichen was his offensive coordinator for on the offensive staff for 8 years, so they ran the same exact offense. That's the biggest thing, but yeah, it doesn't really make it. That's the only thing that does make sense. But my other thing was at first I'm like, okay, they said Riley Leonard has a knee injury, so I was thinking in my head, okay, he's out. And so they have absolutely no other options. Then all of a sudden, oh no, he can actually play if need be. But so that blew my mind. It's okay, 44-year-old or rookie who actually didn't look too terribly bad last week.
Who can actually throw the football?
And
physically throw the football.
And it can escape the pocket because there was a couple sacks today that Phillip Rivers really just took a knee.
Any other quarterback could have outran that. Yeah.
But I tried to sign Sam Ehlinger off the Broncos practice squad, and Sam's like, nah, I'm good. So, but
yeah, I'm good.
Do you have an honorable mention?
So my honorable mention is what in the world grass fields? We talk the speculation about how terrible turf fields are. People get hurt on turf fields. Well, 2 people tore their ACLs today on grass fields.
It's one of those things where I just think it's kind of like a freak accident that can happen anytime. But
that's just a crazy coincidence.
Honestly, one of, if not the best offensive talent at quarterback, and then one of, if not the best defensive talent at edge rusher, both those guys tearing their ACLs probably within 15 minutes of each other. That is actually insane for sure. But NFL is crazy. That's why we love it so much. Segment 3 here. We get to talk about how we all crashed on our best last week. So let's go ahead and do a little breakdown of that. Best bet recap. Who cashed? Who crashed? We all crashed. I had Omarion Hampton over 60 yards. He had 56, and that was in overtime. Lad McConkey over 50 receiving yards. You thought you were going safe with that one. I think he had 13 receiving yards. Mason, obviously, had Saquon over 30 receiving and Jalen Hurts over 20 rushing. That one didn't hit. So running score is still 2-0-0. Shout out again to my cousin.
Are you getting
Kyle
bets from him?
He's sending him to me all the time. He's like, place this. I'm like, nah.
Are you going to start believing him now?
Kyle Pitts anytime touchdown, and he told me Rashad White over his rushing. Rashad went over his rushing on his first rush.
In the anytime touchdown, you get hit 3 times on that.
Yeah, anytime touchdown. I'm just like, what in the world? But yeah, and then I continuously get screenshots of $200 one, $140 one, $150 one, and I'm just like, maybe I should have placed it. The one time I'll place it is the one time that I won't hit. So, those of you guys that are listening, let us leave your best bet. Leave it in the comments. Let us know for a Thursday night game. Maybe you got a Sunday night game next week. You want to leave a best bet for it? Let us know in the comments, and we will shout you out on this podcast if it hits. This is his 3rd week in the row getting shouted out, so congratulations for that. You guys, best bets for the week or for Monday Night Football. What do we got?
I'm trying to get on the board here. I'm just taking Devon Achane anytime touchdown. That's it. It's probably minus 500, but I don't care. I'm taking it.
Okay,
That's it.
I like that, and I'm gonna
It's
play
actually
right off of yours.
It's actually minus 120, but if you take him to score the first touchdown, it's plus 450.
I don't talk to me about that. I'm just anytime
No,
touchdown.
Hey, if you
anytime
happen to
touchdown.
score 2 touchdowns, 2 plus TDs, it's plus 500.
Nope.
Mason goes, I'm sticking with it. Mason wants on the board. I like it. And I'm going to go ahead and play right off of that because I also have Devon Achane 90 yards rushing. I'm going 90 yards rushing. Me and Mason were actually talking about this.
About to buy his jersey.
So me and Mason were talking. We talked about the passing defense. Steelers don't have a great passing defense, but we also talked about Tua traveling up there, playing in the cold, not ideal. So give me Achane over 90 rushing yards. Games in Pittsburgh, so they're going to keep the ball on the ground a little bit more. TJ Watt's hurt. He's not playing. He's a good run defender as well. That might open some stuff up. And then that is plus 140 on FanDuel. So if you guys are listening to this now, plus 140 on FanDuel, I would go ahead and get that before it drops. Last 5 games, and I actually have his last 5 games. Let me go ahead and get those pulled up for you really quick, just to sweeten the deal here. Last 5 games, 67 against Baltimore, whatever. Then 174, 120, 134, 92. So he's hit that over 4 out of the last 5 times. So yeah, I mean, you could even sweeten it a little bit and put it up to 100 if you wanted to. I don't know what the odds are on that. Yeah. Von Achane, 90 plus rushing yards. Do you also have a Dolphins bet? Are you going against this? Okay. Is it Achane?
No, it's not even a player bet. I'm going Dolphins money line.
Okay. Is that plus? Is that plus money?
Plus 140.
What is it to cover the spread? Do you have that perchance?
Minus 110. And it's plus 3. Plus 3 to cover the spread.
Wow.
I'm not taking the spread.
Money.
Give me the money line.
So these are 3 really good bets where I think we all could get on the board. I like these a lot.
Give me the money line on Miami. Just tearing the Steelers' dreams apart.
All right, here we are going to get on here next week. And
yeah, my other one's going to be like Tua under passing yards. Like whatever.
Tua anytime concussion.
What is this? I want to see what his passing yards is.
I bet it's like 175.
So his plus 200 is actually a plus 101. So, but a plus 190 plus is minus. So they're saying he's going to get over 190, but less than 200 is what they're saying.
Take the 200 at that point. Jeez.
They're also saying that Aaron Rodgers isn't going to throw for much either.
Yeah. Well, I guess we'll find out when tomorrow rolls around. So like I said, guys, if you guys have any best bets, those of you guys that are listening, leave those in the comments. We'll give you a shout out on next week's episode. And the final segment here, before we get into that, we've got a quick word from Smack and Sunflower Seed, but the final segment is a mystery game, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. All right, time to talk about a game changer for snack time, Smack and Sunflower Seeds. These aren't your average dry, dusty seeds. Nope, Smackin' takes flavor to the next level. Bigger, bolder, and straight up addicting. Whether you're chilling at the ball field, gaming with friends, or just need something to keep your hands busy, Smackin' has you covered. And the best part? No soggy seeds, no weak flavors, just pure Smackin' goodness in every handful. So if you're ready to upgrade your seed game, grab a bag of Smackin' Sunflower Seeds today and get ready to start smacking. Scan our QR code or click the link in our description to get 10% off your first order. All right, we are back. I actually kept this mystery game from Mason and Casey. They have no idea what this game is, but they're going to have to work together and agree as we go through this game to see how it plays out. So I'm sure maybe you guys have or haven't heard of this. It's cut 4, keep 4. Heard of it? Yes. Okay, so basically you're going to get a list here. You're doing wide receivers and you're doing corners. So wide receivers and corners, and in the end, you have to see if your wide receivers can actually match up who's going to win, the wide receiver matchup you picked or the cornerback matchup that you picked. So doing it a little bit different way here. So you're going to get 8 receivers. You can only keep 4 of them. So if you decide to cut one, they're not coming back. And I will highlight the ones you guys decide to pick. We'll do receivers first. We'll do corners second. You guys have any questions?
There you go.
guys have to agree on it, though. It has to be. You have to agree on it. Okay. First one here, Justin Jefferson. You keeping or you cutting Justin Jefferson? These are all current players. I'm not throwing in anybody that's from like the 1990s or anything like that.
I think we can agree to keep him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Keep Justin Jefferson. Okay. All right. Next wide receiver is Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill. Keeping or cutting?
Can we hear them all first, or we have to automatically?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
We're cutting.
Yeah.
We're
Not
cutting.
cut.
Cut Tyreek Hill. Okay.
Even though I got his
Yeah. Well.
right by my shoulder there.
Yeah. Just cover that up. Keep or cut CeeDee Lamb. Keep. Okay. So you've kept 2. You've cut 1. Keep or cut AJ Brown. Okay, all right. So maybe I made this too easy for you guys. Keep or cut Jamar Chase.
I'm keeping.
Hey, you had guys.
So
have to
our
agree
3
on
would
it.
be Justin Jefferson, CD.
You get 4.
Jamar.
You get 4.
Yeah, we'll keep him.
Keep him. Okay. Keep or cut Puka Nacua.
Cutting the rest.
You still have 2 left after this.
Yeah, we're keeping that. That's a good 4. That's a solid 4. That's a very solid 4
because
because you're
receivers in the league.
because you got like Nico Collins in there probably.
No, I don't. I have Amon-Ra St. Brown,
I'd cut him.
who did tear it up today. Who did?
Yeah, but still.
But then again, Puka did too. And then the last one was Jackson Smith and Jigba, who's also.
I don't care.
No, honestly, I would maybe right now, like this season, I would maybe trade out Jamar Chase for Jackson Smith and Jigba.
If we were doing the season, I'd take.
But it's right now who we're playing. Yeah. It's right now who we're taking.
It's based on like talent, though. I mean, you put these guys all on a team with a really good offensive line and quarterback. I mean, these guys are all.
Yeah.
I'm not necessarily talking about that. I'm just saying, like,
yeah,
I'm just saying
overall. I don't think you can go wrong with either of them except for cutting Tyreek and.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But honestly, looking at this, I think I would have went the exact same way. Like, you can't. I realize that St. Brown and Jackson Smith are really good, but man, Puka is just. Just watching him play today, he just fights for yards.
You should have made it a little tougher. You should have had like the best receiver in the league at number 1 and number.
You're right. I should have made it a little harder. Okay, well, let's hope this is just a little harder.
You should have been like, all right, Jackson Smith to Jigba, the very first one. You're like, well, the dude's leading the league in receiving yards. How do I not keep him? You know what I mean?
I should have made it harder. Okay, well, I'll keep that in mind for next time. Okay, we're going to go to corners here. Remember, your corners, let's see if your corners can match up with your wide receivers. First one, Sauce Gardner, keeping or cutting Sauce?
I don't even know what his numbers are this year, man.
I'd like to cut.
Yeah, I'd probably cut him.
Sauce.
Yeah, I'd probably cut him.
Sauce. Okay. Keep or cut Derek Stingley?
He's the best corner on the best defense in the league.
Yeah, we'll keep him.
Yeah, that's he's a good one. Trent McDuffie. He's good. He's a good corner.
He is good. Can we know the other ones?
Nope.
I don't. Here's the bad thing is I don't know corners that well. Like I don't know their numbers that well.
How old is Trent McDuffie?
How old is he? Yeah, how old is he?
25, I think. I'll look him up. While you guys are debating. Pretty sure he's young. Oh, well, I guess it'll help if I spell his name right.
I said we cut him.
Yeah, he's 25. I was right. 25 years old. It's a tough one.
I'll leave it up to you. I'm saying cut.
You're saying I'll let you have this one. We can say cut.
Okay. Cutting.
He's kind of injured.
Duffy. Is he?
He's injured right now.
Maybe he's one of the ones that went down. Okay. Denzel Ward. Denzel
Ward the first few years, but
what are we thinking?
Okay.
Denzel.
We only have one kept and what?
3 cut. Quinyon Mitchell, number 5. Quinyon Mitchell.
Yeah, we're keeping that.
Keep Quinyon Mitchell. Okay, all right.
So we got what?
AJ Terrell.
I don't know him enough. I
don't know him. Where does he play? Who's he even play for?
Falcons. He's good. He is a good corner.
Can you like give us? Can you give us a little bit of backstory on him? A little bit. I don't know him that well.
AJ Terrell, first round draft pick.
What's his numbers?
20,
like?
Probably like 20 some.
What are his dims?
Just like 20.
Yeah.
Probably like 26 years old, 27 years old.
How many do we have left? 3?
Here's the thing. I
Yeah,
know, Jake. We should probably
he's
keep
gonna
him
have
because the last one's gonna be Riley Moss, and he's gonna be a turd. It's gonna be Riley Moss.
Okay.
That'll be the last one.
So
we'll keep Terrell.
AJ Terrell.
Yeah, we'll keep AJ
Keeping Terrell.
Sure. So we got what, 3 and 3 right now?
Yeah.
3 and 3. 3 and 3. Keeping AJ Terrell. Marshawn Lattimore is number 7. Marshawn Lattimore.
No, I don't want him.
Gosh,
he's
I don't want to
brutal.
We gotta cut him.
Been so bad since he left the Saints.
He's getting old too.
Yeah.
All right. So you don't want Marshawn Lattimore.
I've told you. Here comes Riley Moss. I just know him too well.
Okay. Last one. This is who you kept. Patrick Surtain.
Yes.
He's the last one. Okay, so you guys kept Patrick. That was
we
actually
pretty good. We have a solid 4. That's gonna be some matchups. It's gonna be some matchups.
All right, here we go. Here's your questions now. Which group is winning on a 7-on-7 matchup style? Who's winning? You've got Justin Jefferson, CeeDee Lamb, Jamar Chase, Puka Nacua against Derek Stingley, Quinyon Mitchell, AJ Terrell, and Patrick Surtain. Crazy lineup. I think the only one different I would have had here, I probably would have had McDuffie over AJ Terrell, but still a really good lineup.
In my opinion, this is my opinion. I think that no matter how good your defender is, I think the wide receiver always has an edge. There's always an edge with the wide receiver. So
corners.
So you're gonna have. So I'm gonna have to go with the wide receivers. I'm gonna say that the wide because I think there's more chances that the wide receiver is gonna catch a ball than it is the defender getting the stop. Especially someone who is especially 4 elite receivers. Someone blows a coverage every once in a while. It's really hard if someone runs it really like those 4.
Very rarely just don't blow a route.
Well, they're probably the top 4 route runners in the NFL right now, other than Jackson Smith and Jigba. But I mean, their route running is ridiculous.
Amon-Ra is really good.
Yeah, Amon-Ra is good too. But I mean, but the 4 you can't argue with the 4.
Yeah, my only argument with Amon-Ra is he is a slot, like he's a man in the slot. I just don't think
and he gets hurt.
I just don't think he is as good on the outside. I don't think I think it's a toss up between him and Jackson Smith and Jigba for best slot receivers. But that's one thing that's good about. I don't know. He's not as diverse in his route running.
Well, and another argument here with the receivers having the edge is that, correct me if I'm wrong, Jake, but don't the corners rely on a little bit of help with the safeties when the ball's
if you're talking like
getting thrown downfield? If it's 1-on-1, I cannot go with the corner every single time.
That's a great question. We have this.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, that's a question we can ask the listeners though too. Who you taking right now? We'll just spit these out so you guys can. Who you taking? Justin Jefferson, CeeDee Lamb, Jamar Chase, Puka Nacua going up against Derek Stingley, Quinyon Mitchell, AJ Terrell, Patrick Surtain. Who you taking? Say there's 50 balls thrown. Who's winning? Who's winning those matchups? And you can match those guys up.
And you got to be having the best quarterback throwing them the ball too.
You get 50 balls. Who's winning the majority on that? So that's
a good question. A huge thing too is like 7-on-7, so that means there's no really like line. So like if the quarterback's getting as much time as he wants, or like are we talking about just one crisp route? Like if they don't win, they can't just scramble around to do all that. Like then I would definitely go with the wide receivers there. But so it'd be tough to actually have it. Think about how would you do it to where it's a fair thing. But
I think the most fair way you could do that would be if you would line it up. So let's just say you've got Justin or Pat Surtain on Justin Jefferson. They line up 50 routes, whatever 50 routes you want to do. Who's winning one-on-one 50 routes? So nothing else. Who's one of those one-on-one battles? That's tough. I mean, I realize a corner is doing everything a wide receiver does backwards, but they're corners for a reason. They play the position.
I mean, they're
just
corners.
Like the wide receiver plays
they're NFL players that can literally be wide receivers. Like they're defenders that could be wide receivers.
There's no one here that's outmatched. I think every single one of these DBs can line up against every single one of these every single one of these corners. All these corners are taller. Derek Stingley's a little shorter, but I mean that's not much shorter. But I mean he's just.
I don't know. It's hard for me not to go with wide receivers.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's a great question. I think that's a great way to end this debate, in this podcast. Though, obviously, is with that, we'll leave that an open-ended question for those listeners that might want to answer this in the comments. But nice little fun game there. I like kind of like the cut four, keep four. We might do that in future episodes as well. Before we get out of here, what is the score going on? What quarter are we in on that Vikings Cowboys game? Can we get a quick update here?
It's technically
it's halftime.
It's technically a timeout or a video media break. The Cowboys just scored a field goal and they're up 20-17.
20-17. With how much time left?
10 minutes in the third.
10 minutes left on the third. Wow. We'll probably hop off of here then and finish watching that game. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we will see you next weekend.